Number 1 says label each mark on the number line with the appropriate fraction below. So we have 4/3, 3/2, and 7/4. So if I look, 3 goes into 4 one time with 1 left over, therefore 1 1/3. 2 goes into 3 one time with 1 left over, 1 1/2, and 4 goes into 7 one time with 3 left over, so 1 3/4. So if I look here, they're all 1, so we know they're all between 1 and 2, so I have to look at which one's the biggest fraction, 1/3, 1/2, or 3/4. So 3/4, 1/2, 1/3. So if I look, 1 3/4 is the biggest fraction, so that would be 7/4. 1 1/2 is the next, which would be 3/2. And then the smallest would be 1 1/3, which is 4/3. Then it wants to know what is 4/3. We already figured out it is 1 1/3. Number 2 says make an estimate and then use US traditional multiplication to fill in the missing numbers. So if I were going to estimate, I would do 875 times about 100, which means I would just add 2 zeros. So my estimate is my answer should be around 87,500. And then it wants me to actually solve, so I start with my ones place. So 2 times 5 is 10. I already have the 0, carry the 1. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. I have my 5, carry my 1. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. Now I move on to my tens place. So since I move on to my tens, I put my 0 here. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 is 22, carry the 2. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 2 is 26. Now I move on to my last one, which is my hundreds place, so I have to put 2 zeros. 1 times 5, 5. 1 times 7, 7. 1 times 8 is 8. Now I add them all together. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 plus 0 is 10. Carry the 1. 5 plus 2 is 7. Plus 7 is 14. Plus 1 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 6 is 8. Plus 7 is 15. Carry the 1. 8 plus 2 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. So your answer is 115,500. Number 3 says Dawn wants to plant vegetables and herbs in her garden. If she plants herbs in 3/8 of her garden, how much of her garden is left over for vegetables? So again, if I have 8s, I'm going to use 3/8 for herbs. So 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. It wants to know how many I have left over. So when I started, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I had 8 eighths. And then I'm going to take away 3/8 for her herbs. And that's going to equal, we'll say G for garden. So then it wants you to actually solve 8/8 minus 3/8. 8 minus 3 is 5. Denominator stays the same, which if you look up here, goes with our picture. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eighths left over. Number 4 says, what is 1/3 of 24? Therefore, you do 24 divided by 3 is 8. 1/4 of 24 would be 24 divided by 4, which is 6. And 1/6 of 24 is 1/4 divided by 6, which is 4. Number 5 says, explain how you solved problem 4C. So that would be 1/6 of 24. You could do 1/6 of 24, meaning 24 divided by 6, Or if you wanted to draw out 24 circles, you can, and you could cross out every 6th circle. Therefore, you know that there are 4 of those left. Whatever method you use that works for you is fine. You just have to explain it.